I'm going to have Josh harvest yeast. We are going to dry hop the Blondbach today too. And that'll be, we'll fit that in. If you actually want to part that out, we can make sure that we have a new bin of iodine built. Get all our parts soaking in there, and then we can build that out. Remember, I like to, when we build that out, grab a clean bucket, set it up in there just so it's up out of it, and ISO the tar out of everything, and then just completely build it, and then it's easy to bring up whole and go from there. And then I don't think there's much to do in the cooler, but just some odds and ends there too. And I believe Farmer left an empty bin back there.
Yes.
I think I saw that on the way in. So, killer. Cool. Was it a good shift last night?
Yeah, it was not super busy at all, really. We got like kind of a bump and then
Sure.
just
Yeah. The rain was crazy.
Huh?
The rain was crazy.
Yeah.
Joseph and I were out going around our property, and the water is everywhere.
Yeah.
Just like it was like floating on top of the grass.
Yeah.
It was raining. Just real quick, do I have salt and acid ready?
Yeah, I have to dilute that acid.
Awesome.
Real quick, and then
Awesome.
the salts are already ready.
And Josh, where are you at, brother man? What's that? Nice. Nice. And then you're going to be good. We're going to drop a few gallons of yeast off the bottom of this. This harvest is not going to be as robust as consecutive ones. We're only going to harvest this once. But once we get 2 generations under it, we'll cut 2 pitches off the next time. We'll probably run Cartucho off of it and whatever else we need. But you're all set with that stuff. So. What's that? What's my math on that? We're gonna have 16.5 barrels, and I think we're gonna want to pull like 4.4 pounds off per barrel. So what is that? Are we talking like 230, 60? Yeah, 60, 70 pounds. Yeah. We'll just keep an eye on it. We'll go slow with it. We'll take some footage of him harvesting yeast today too. This amber lager that we're harvesting off of, it's the first. It was a brand new pitch, and so I like to give it a couple of uses before I start like harvesting off of it multiple times. So today what we'll do is we'll harvest off of it, and then I'm going to start dumping the rest of the yeast off it over the next couple days, because we want to leave that yeast in there for too long. It doesn't want to be on it. I mean, whether people want to hear it or not, alcohol is a waste product for yeast, right? And so just to leave them in a kind of a toxic environment. So we're going to harvest the yeast that we want, and then we'll dump all the rest that continues to settle down the bottom of the tank as we go into the lagering period for that beer. So, yeah. Yeah. What's good, Mag? 10 minutes in, we're about at 2 barrels. It's like we've done it before.
Yeah.
All right. What else? It's good. This could be a good day. We're busy. We have stuff we need to do. It's going to keep moving. If you need to make lists, and then it's going to flow real smooth. All right, I'm getting one more cup of coffee. One more cup of coffee. All right, so we're going through our first of 6 15-minute cycles. That's going to give us our 90-minute runoff. Right now we have 2.6 barrels in the kettle. We're usually shooting for close to 3, so we're in the range. We're a little on the slow side, which to be honest is where I like to be. I'd rather run this portion a little bit slower. And then as the grain bag gets set and we're sparging, we can go a little bit faster. So I can catch up with this. That's really not a big deal. So I just mark that on my brew sheet, reset my timer, another 15 minutes is going. And then I'm going to give this a slight bump to increase my runoff speed. Everything's still looking happy over here. And I'm going to get on my sparge now. Just now, the top of the grain bed is just starting to be exposed. I add my salt and acid. I'm sorry, I add my salts. And then I'm gonna start sparging on top of that. Checking all my valves. I'm gonna reset my flow meter because I have a set amount of water that's going in here. There it is, baby. Sweet. The reason I'm not just taking the full volume of acid and just pouring it in right now is that, okay, good. I couldn't see my mic. The reason I'm not just taking the full measurement of acid here and just pouring it in or occasionally pouring it in, the idea is that I want all the water that's coming in here to have its pH reduced, okay? Not just a small channel of an area that I'm pouring it through. This makes me more comfortable. I like being able to disperse that acid periodically throughout the whole process. And I can tell you that I've had brewer friends taste these beers blind and know which beers I've adjusted the sparge pH and those that I haven't. So it makes a legitimate difference. So I kind of feel like I feel a little silly showing people this because it looks ridiculous and it does tie me to the process here. But there's really no way for me to be functionally adjusting the pH of my hot liquor tank. There's just not the ports for it and stuff like that. So this is what I do. And it works. So, you know. It might look silly, but it gets the job done. So these little down in between times, right now, I'm monitoring this whole process. And then from a management standpoint, I'm going through my mental checklist of what has to happen. The great thing about having an awesome team, which it's probably gonna sound cliche. I honestly don't know. I was telling my wife the other day, I don't know. When I look back at my career, I honestly believe that what I have going on right here with these two is probably as good as I'm going to have it as somebody operating a brewery. So that's the great thing is I can go through my mental checklist, I can be working with them, and it's just great. So it's awesome. I love being able to really focus on what I'm doing, just knowing that they're knocking out everything the way they're trained to. So, but at the same time, we spend a lot of time on SOPs, on developing them, revisiting them, editing them, making sure that we're keeping up with those practices. It's the only way, because as we grow, I need them to be able to train as well, right? So, I don't know, that's the exciting thing. We have a big summer coming up. We're gonna try to, for us, you know, we're not a massive production brewery, but we're looking to, you know, really increase. You're dripping a little bit, Mag. Is that cracked? Or did it slosh over the side? Oh, that's iodine. Oh, I thought that was caustic for a second. And you just scooped it out, so that's what, never mind, you're good. I mean, for us, this is year 2 for us, and so we're looking to, you know, for us, really increase distribution. We're really dialing in on our inventory processes. We have a little bit of data now to be working with. We're working on, you know, cost cutting, hitting those things, and just really trying to become more efficient. So, you know, the exciting thing is my goal is to have the entire staff trained on essentially everything by beginning of Q2, maybe mid Q2, right when things really start booming for us. So, yeah, they're great. I'm super proud of them, and it's just a good feeling. on top of it, knowing that you have people that really care about what they're doing and are appreciative. Enough gushing about those losers. One of the things I do when I do this, my mash water today was my strike water. The water that I used for the initial mash in was 170 degrees. It gave me a mash rest of 153. That helps to create a little bit fuller bodied beer. This is a small beer, so I feel like it needs a little bit of a higher mash temperature. It leaves a little more non-fermentable sugar in the beer, which helps lift up the body of the beer. And then I did heat up the sparge water. I like to kick that up into the mid 170s. I'm still a little bit slow. I'm not too worried about it. I'm bumping open my inlet to the kettle, and then I'm also feathering this valve open a little bit more because that's my supply to the whole thing. So I'm just speeding up my runoff a little bit. To me, again, this is one of those things that's just enjoyable. Typically, what would be happening now if we weren't recording, they would be playing music, Josh and Maggie would be rapping, or I would be doing those things and they would be tolerating me. The wort smells great. Got a little over 3 barrels in the kettle. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're gonna maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.